Y'all favorite Texan here, old Pat. Little Roots behind me. Welcome back. Welcome back, y'all, to another FIFA 20 video. This video right here, man, something a little different. Has been requested quite a bit, which has been very exciting and, I'm not going to say much anticipated. For some, it has been much anticipated. My current, as of March 18th, in the Lone Star State, Texas, greatest place on earth. My current custom tactics, as of now, what we're gonna play this weekend. So I'm playing currently in Division Rivals. Right on. So, first of all, I appreciate y'all being here. And I'll tell you what, I'm really going to talk about 3 formations that I've been using off and on. And really 2 that I'm very obsessed about currently. So I don't want to keep y'all too long. Right on. I want to give a big salute to my boy, Joel, because he's been hounding me about this for a while. So Joel, much love to you, brother. Appreciate you, man. All the support, man. You're my guy. And this is for everybody, but obviously you've really been pushing this, so I appreciate it. I don't mind the push because sometimes we have other things going on outside of foot, whatever. You do need that extra push to keep you focused on track on things that you need to do that you said you were gonna do. Custom tactics. Need somebody to keep you online, man. There's nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that. You can be friendly about it. All right, y'all. Let's talk about how I start off, right? And obviously you can do whatever you want, but I'm just saying something that I've been doing, especially the latter part of this past weekend league and this week in Rivals, is I play a certain formation. Always adjust, right? If you need to adjust, go ahead and do that. But generally, I'm playing a set formation in the first half, and I'm switching it up, bringing on a super sub in the second half, and switching the whole formation up. So this is what I've been starting off with. Obviously, we're running 4-2-2 for chem purposes. So here we go, y'all. Before minute 1, before the first ball is kicked, if I remember. Sometimes it takes me a couple of minutes to remember to switch my formation. We switch to this 4-1-2-1-2 second variation. What we love about this formation, because it is so narrow, right? Horse reference. When you play this formation, you've got your blinders on. You can't see left or right. It's all an alley. It's all a tunnel. You're not looking all the way over here. You don't have to. The benefit of that, it gives your opponent a lot to deal with. There's a lot of players in a small space, especially if you have some with dynamic abilities, passing abilities, vision, all that great stuff. You can do link up very quickly. I can play a driven pass from Rude Hullet all the way to Storch like that. If I'm looking at my radar, y'all get comfortable using the radar on your screen. It does come in handy, y'all. Using the radar, using the camera view that I use, I'll get into that in another video. I can play that ball very quickly. I love the driven pass. I'm obsessed with the driven pass. I'll get comfortable making the driven pass because it can break a game open. And literally in one pass, you can open a game up. I can play an R1X pass from Hullet to Storch. Play a first-time ball when Storch receives it. Play a first-time ball to Twinkle Toes, to a strike partner. With the L1 pass, an L1X pass, which triggers a run, Storch gets in behind, boom, 1-2, right back to Storch. And we know how he gets down in front of goal. Very effective. But not even only that, playing link-up play from Sadorf to my Dion, left to right, center mid, so easily. If I'm feeling froggy, I can trigger a run with Hullet. He's freaking the predator, man. Dreadhead. Freaking Dreadhead going down like a bullet, speeding bullet, triggering runs. If you know how to trigger a run with the L1X, if you're comfortable with it, if you got the vision, got the passing ability, the link up play is, it's gorgeous, man. So as far as instructions, how we get down, getting behind on my strikers, and the reason why we do that is because on tactics, defensive style is balanced, nothing too crazy. Y'all 5 width, 4 depth. Adjust to your liking. I'm not gonna dwell too much on width and depth, y'all. Adjust to your liking. Offensive style, long ball. What's more important is that we have the core things. We're not gonna overthink all this stuff too much. Adjust to how you see fit. But if we have the core balanced defensive style, very quickly, the reason why I start off balanced is because we know how OP, it's an unfortunate thing, but we know how OP the kickoff glitch is. I love to play press after possession loss. I have another formation specifically for this. But if we use press after possession loss, it leaves us so vulnerable. Even if I start off with the ball from kickoff, if I lose the ball, my players are pressing. If my opponent is halfway decent, if we're playing foot champs on a freaking 5-0 ELO, like we were playing this last weekend, and I started the game like this, I lose the ball, and my opponent's halfway decent, he can pick my team apart, pass very quickly, just playing keep away, ball over the top, we're exposed, we concede early. Now my opponent has a leverage. They can dictate the pace of the game from there. We don't like that. We don't like giving up the leverage early. That's the reason why we play balance. Offensive style, long ball. Big salute to my boy Manuel. That's my London brother. He put me on the long ball. I owe it all to him. The reason why we play long ball, combined with getting behind. Even if we receive the ball with rude hullet, if you got a cam, your defensive mid, if he's playing deep, if he's got a great passing ability, you're not playing a guy here that's got poor passing, most likely. If he's got halfway decent passing, long ball, stuff like that. Cristiano Stoics, they're playing on the edge. They're ready to go. They're on go. They're lining up, man. Like the horses at the Kentucky Derby, ready to, boom, gun goes off, they're gone. Playing that long ball over the top with the long ball tactic and getting behind, they're playing on the shoulder, that last man. It's a great way to score fast. That's the reason why we combine those two. So that's the reasoning behind it. Absolutely. It's beautiful, y'all, beautiful. So that's the reason why we do that. Cruyff, I got him on stay forward. Normal interceptions. If you want to push yours on comeback on defense, look, I completely understand. Again, this is something, the core is important. Everything else, adjust. A lot of times I have one of my center mids on stay back while attacking, the other one on balance. So I might switch it up, have Hullet at this role. I call it the Hullet role, where you got a guy playing center mid or playing defensive mid, and they're free roaming back and forward, high work rates, high medium work rates, or medium high is very effective with this instruction. But so I've got one on balance, the other one on stay back while attacking. Cover center, on both. If you want to have one on aggressive interceptions, that's up to you. Just know, for y'all that don't know, aggressive interceptions mean that you're gonna lose more stamina, right? So if you've got a striker and you're having them on comeback on defense and they already have a lower stamina, and you go right here to interceptions and you're on aggressive interceptions, just know that their stamina is gonna drain even quicker. So there's that. Rude Hullet, stay back while attacking. He's our last man before we get to our center backs. So there's a reason behind that. Just know that a lot of times your guys are still going to track forward, but if you have a halfway intelligent, if you have a player with some football IQ, I've never, even with Frankie de Jong, I've never been in a position where he drifted too far forward where he couldn't cover the ground back. These guys are smart, man. They know how to get back, so don't even stress about that. If you want that added reassurance, keep them both on doggone stay back while attacking. Right on. Again, cover center on all three. Fullbacks, stay back while attacking. Y'all know me. Sometimes I like to get Western with it and let my fullbacks drive up. Shoot. Sometimes I'll even steal trigger runs, but it's at my discretion. They don't really do it just freestyling just because they want to do it. The reason behind that is because we're playing narrow, y'all. So what's exposed? The wings, right? You need your fullbacks to cover the wings. So I'm sorry, y'all, man. That's the quickest I could get through this formation because I'm so passionate about it. Definitely want to get pretty in depth with it. Right on. And again, adjust where you see fit. Obviously, the center backs are on stay back while attacking. Second formation, I'm obsessed with. So I play narrow generally the first half all the way through. And when we get into halftime, I normally switch to the 4-2-2. I also play a different variation of this really quickly. Press after possession loss. In balance. Essentially, the instructions are relatively the same, but it's when I'm trying to get in my defender's face more. It's when we're either we have the leverage, we're up a couple goals, and we're really just trying to cement the win by imposing our will, pressing the ball. If I believe that my opponent doesn't have that ability to pass, to see the gaps when we're pressing, to get on the offensive end and score, I'll switch to this right here. Press after possession loss. Because I do love pressing after possession loss. And y'all see how we're starting off the second half in our 4-2-2. Second formation I'm obsessed about. Press, 5 width, 3 depth. Offensive style balance. Up it, 6 width. Bring players in the box, 2-2. Again, we're not going to dwell too much. Most important, press, balance, pat. Why do you start like that? I'm trying to impose my will. First half, I've had enough time to see my opponent. What are his strengths? What are his weaknesses? But I'm going to the second half. I'm not a great FIFA player, never claimed to be. The reason why I get good results is because I believe in the first half, I've gotten 45 minutes to evaluate you, see your strengths. I believe I have the ability to beat you, to press you, even if we're down a goal. I feel like I have the skill set to expose you. 4-2-2. Why is this formation effective? It's a great balance, ain't it? 2 defensive mids playing narrow. Wide cams against narrow again with your strikers. Beautiful. Beautiful. When you have 2 defensive mids, the gap between right there in the center of the pitch, they're gonna cover that, y'all. Don't worry about that. Player instructions. Let's start here. Cover wing, cover center, balance. Balance, balance, balance. Ignore the players here. Ignore the players here. But center and bound and wing. That's how I do that. Stay back while attacking and balance. Genuinely in game, I have Hullet in the Hullet role. He'd be the one on balance. Another guy's on stay back while attacking, so Seedorf would be stay back while attacking. I've also got this other thing I do, y'all. The reason why you see Cruyff right here is because I have this weird thing, man. I accidentally did it one time and just didn't switch it. Where I started off, right? I started off like here with Cruyff. Actually, it was Neymar at the time. It was Neymar playing defensive mid. And I had like Hullet right here, Seedorf, yada yada. And I didn't switch it. I just forgot to switch it in game. It was effective, man. Like, the reason why it was so effective is because obviously Neymar's not a great defender. He was playing defensive mid. Why it was effective is because he was so quick that even when my opponent's midfielders pressed him, his feet are so quick he could kick the ball out so fast. And because he was so dang quick, he could intercept the ball. It was beautiful, man. And I even did it this past weekend league for giggles, and it's effective, y'all. If you got a really good defensive mid, like I'm playing Hiller, Sato, whatever, that can just almost compensate for that other player defensively, playing a very quick, speedy guy that normally played Cam or a winger, playing him at defensive mid, it can work, dude. It can freaking work, bro. And you can get the attack started even quicker because our feet are so fast, you can get the ball up quick. But there's there. But we're gonna imagine there's that. We're gonna imagine that there's two defensive mids right here. Right? So again, wing on one, cover center on the other, stay back while attacking and balance. I like to do the one-on-one. Even when whatever two defensive mid formation I'm playing, one is always gonna be stay back while attacking, the other one's always gonna be in that holy roll. Up and down as you please, sir. Wide cams. Basic defensive support. All these are pretty balanced, man. Pretty balanced instructions on both. I keep it balanced. It's worked out beautifully for me. Strikers, 1-and-1. 1-and-1. That's really the concept of this formation besides the one cam. Besides the cams, the outside cams, is 1-and-1. So gotta get in behind and mix attack. And interceptions normal. You know, obviously, again, a low stamina striker, put on conservative interceptions, y'all. Out wide, fullbacks, stay back while attacking. Again, we're imposing our will here forwards. Pressing after possession loss. An offensive style, we're keeping it balanced with a nice width. There's that. So that's my 4-1-2-1-2 and 4-2-2-2. I play, just again, a review. I play narrow first half, generally. Unless there's something crazy I need to adjust, generally, I play narrow first half, second half, we switch to the 4-2-2-2 with a press after possession loss. Third formation, again. The two priors are what I'm obsessed about. This third one, I used to love after patches and stuff. I don't love it anymore. I really like it, I don't love it. This formation right here, man. This formation, man. Yes. This formation, we can title it one of those. I play like one of those in this formation. Look, sometimes you're playing against a sweat, right? Y'all been there. Sometimes you're playing against a sweat and you have to do what you have to do to seal the win. A lot of times we use this to seal the win, right? 4-4-2, classic variation. If you play football growing up, you play this formation at least once. A lot of the times, your coach push out in this formation, right? Offensive style, we're still balanced, but defensive style, yes, one of those. Instructions: get in behind, come back on defense. Get in behind, come back on defense. Still letting Hullet do his thing because he's different. He's a predator. He's the dreadhead. He's in a league of his own. Stay back while attacking on Sadorf and cover center on both of my center mids. Left and right mids. Get in the box for cross. Everything else is pretty standard, and the same thing on the other wing. On the other wing. Instructions for my fullback: stay back while attacking. Obviously, my center backs are on stay back while attacking as well, y'all. So these are really the three formations that I've been using the most. Again, these two I'm passionate about. I believe that they're effective at any level. Okay, whether you play in a higher level like myself and some other people, or whether you play in a lower level, super effective, y'all. Again, just as you see fit. And obviously, as your roles, you got to get your roles right. Right corner, left corner. We know how corners are on this game. Ideally, you would have a left-footed player at your right corner so he could whip it in. You have a right-footed player at your left corner so he could whip it in. Right on. Pins. Top guy. Pins are broken on this game too, y'all. Let's keep it a buck. But obviously, a guy that takes care of business, storage. So I've been enjoying using pins with him. Long free kick. And your captain, if you have Hullet, your captain always has to be Hullet. That's just like mandatory. Yo, man, I try to condense this video as much as I could. I appreciate y'all so much that requested this video. Joel, my God, big salute. Much love to you, man, for hounding me about getting this video done because it needed to get done. And I really have enjoyed making it too because it's a lot of fun chopping it up with y'all and just discussing what we do. This formation's like, we all want to see which, like, our custom tactics. Like, what are you using? What are you using? Like, it's fun, dude. Like, at the end of the day, this game's meant to be about fun. You might use these formations and holler back at me and say, Pat, this is like the worst formations I've ever used. And I'm gonna say, like, right on, brother. Find something that works for you, man. This is just what works for me. And I know since I'm not great and it's super effective for me, and I'm playing in a really high division, babe, it'll work for y'all. Obviously, your play style and stuff impacts all that great stuff, man. But I hope y'all enjoy this review. I think I covered everything. Hopefully, one day I'll be a full-time content creator and I can go in depth with gameplay examples using certain formations or something like that. Who knows? Maybe in the future that's something I can do. But that would take a lot more work. And I just don't have time to do that right now, y'all. So, Safay with Texas here. A big salute to every single one of y'all. Just a quick recap. I start off playing narrow. Second half, play a 4-2-2. And then if we got a sweater or something like that, we're probably gonna go into a doggone one depth where I play like one of those in a 4-4-2. In all seriousness, y'all, I really don't use. I must have been playing at a pretty high elo to switch to one to switch to one depth. I honestly don't really. Please believe me. I usually like right there. Hey, I appreciate y'all, man. Big salutes. Favorite Texan here, old Pat. Little Roots behind me, man. God bless every single one of y'all. From my folks that are quarantined. Prayers to you and your family. I know these times can be tough. They're shutting a lot of places down. A lot of folks are out of work and stuff like that. Look, my prayers are to every single one of y'all, man. It's going to be okay. We're going to get through this, right? We're going to get through this. It's going to be fine, all right? Big salutes, man. More content coming real soon. Appreciate the support, y'all.